What's up, boys? Drew at Care Performance here. Welcome to an entire walkthrough of the process of buying wheels and tires for your car. Today, I just got confirmation on a phone call earlier this morning that I can go pick up my wheels and tires for my 2014 Honda Civic Si. Well, it's a little bit rainy, but no worries. We have our lovely and trusty, not so trusty, Ford Explorer. So I'm gonna hop in there and go pick up these wheels.
Hi guys, I'm Ethan. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the little clip and montage of the new wheels and tires for Drew. These are F1R F105s with an 18-inch diameter, 9.5 wide, and a 38 millimeter offset. Well, I'll explain all what that means here in a little bit once we get closer to getting them on the car. They're obviously 5x114.3 bolt pattern. That happens to be what fits the 2014 Civic Si. Fits a bunch of other cars too. It's really common. But
I got these from Fitment Industries. I went ahead and looked on their website and saw what other people were running, and I decided I like these. So they went ahead and shipped them down to my local pickup. I went and picked them up, as you guys saw in the other video, and then
they went ahead and they came mounted and balanced and everything, which is really nice and packaged very, very well.
Yeah, so there was no damage on them at all. They look great, they feel great, and we're gonna go ahead and see if we can't put them on there. Only thing we do need to make sure we have is the lug nuts. So I went ahead and got these little cool little titanium tip lug nuts for the aftermarket because the stock ones won't fit.
Yeah, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and throw them on the car right now, and then we'll drop it down on the ground, see what we need to do with messing with the camber bolts and everything to get them to fit just right. But enough talking about it, let's get to it. All right, first things first, we're gonna get this garbage wheel off here so that we can get the not garbage wheel on here. And I'll show you kind of what's going on and what other things are. So first, we gotta get this wheel off. All right, if you'll notice, they're a bit different. So this stock one, you can always look at the inside of any wheel and it'll show you the size on it. So on this one, stock wheel that's up here, so it's an 18 by 7.5 plus 47 offset. Pretty weak if you ask me. These new ones, like we said, 18 by 9.5, so they're 2 inches wider, and it's got a 38 offset. So basically, obviously width and then the diameter is the same, but offset's where things get weird. Offset is offset from the center face of the wheel. So this mounting right here, where that is in relation to the center of the wheel and tire. So this is 38 millimeters positive, so out from there, which the lower offset in this versus this will push the center face of the wheel in, which then pushes the lip of the wheel out, makes it fit better. That's basically that. So these will be quite a bit wider with that extra 2 inches and that extra offset. So we're gonna go ahead and put the new one on here and put the new one on the back, and then we'll drop it down and go from there. Hey Drew, remember that one time when we looked at the gallery and said, oh, this'll fit, 18 by 9.5 plus 38. Yeah, well, it doesn't fit. Basically, I put the wheel on here and it just the top of the wheel smacked against the coilover up here, somewhere in this vicinity range. So what we did, we went and picked up some cheapo spacers from your local O'Reilly Auto Parts or whatever parts store you use, and I just tried them on there. They fit great now. There's like they're a good probably 3 to 4 or 5 millimeters of play somewhere in there, and it doesn't change when you turn it off. So that should work, and there's still enough threads on these. We might change them in the future if we have issues, but I don't think we'll have issues. So yeah, now we're gonna go from there. Now I'm gonna put this wheel back on here, and then we can set it down. You thought it was funny?
Yep.
Was I funny, Drew?
Yep.
Am I a funny guy? These are so heavy. So, it looks phenomenal, but the back, we're probably gonna have to raise a little bit because it is right on there, like it is, there's zero room. So we'll raise the back up a little bit while it's in the air, and we'll put the other side on, raise the back on both sides just a little bit. Front looks phenomenal though, we can move up there. Front looks like it'll fit very well. Might rib a tiny bit over turning, but I think it's got enough height in the front it'll do just fine, so yeah. All right, so basically what I'm doing now is adjusting the coilovers to raise it up a little bit. Yeah, you should already have coils on your car. If you don't, what are you doing? Why don't you have coilovers? If you don't have coilovers, don't put wheels on. You look goofy. So I'm gonna adjust these up now. So this style has the springs separate from the shock. I know 350Zs are like this as well. But basically, I'm just going to raise this up, or compress this, move these two down to compress the spring and raise the car up, is all I'm doing.
All right, welcome back. We've been driving it a few days, and I don't quite like the fitment on the Si right now. Tires are rubbing a little bit. It's actually too good a fitment.
Too good.
It's too good.
Far too good.
It's tucked in there good. Obviously, this one's nice, but we've got some problems on the front right and both of the rears. So I'll toss it over to Ethan Hill to kind of explain what we're gonna do today.
Yeah. So we picked up this Fender roller. I actually got this from my buddy Landon. I think his Instagram's Landon Z33. We'll link him somewhere. But he's got an LS350Z.
I'll put a picture on the screen right here.
Yeah, it's pretty hot. Cool. It's really cool. And then, so he let us borrow this for a little bit because I didn't have one, never used one before. So you're gonna learn with me today. And we're gonna roll the rears a lot. The fronts we're gonna roll and pull and fix up a little bit. We also got some camber arms for the rear. They're in this box right here. So those will be a little bit extra in the rear just to make sure that it's not rubbing at all anymore.
Tilty boys.
The rear's pretty dumped, so we're gonna do that. I think we might play around with the height in the rear a little bit too, but we're gonna get it pretty dialed. All right, so here in the back, this is gonna be our worst one. If you'll notice through here, it's rubbed a little bit. Yeah, tire's been rubbed down pretty good. Just the top layer of it, nothing too crazy, but definitely don't wanna go any more than that. So basically what we're gonna do, we're gonna start by rolling these rear fenders. Like I said, I've never done this before, so don't take my word for it. But from what I've seen, you start in the middle. Well, you gotta get this thing all tightened down and everything. Start in the middle, make sure it's at a good angle. You'll add heat to the outside towards hot to the touch. Definitely don't wanna overheat it and burn your paint. Then you'll tighten this, start in the middle, and then you just go side to side, work your way out, and then you'll get it in a little bit. Go slower than you think you need to. Very, very safe. You don't want to crack any paint or ruin any fenders. You don't want to have some bacon on your fender. That'd be bad. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and give that a try. Before you do anything, actually, it's always a good idea to get behind here on this lip and get any rocks, dirt, nastiness out of there. Because once you pinch that close to the fender, it'll create dimples in here. If you got a rock in there, it'll smash the rock and it'll try to poke out this side. And that doesn't look good at all. Nobody at a car show is gonna appreciate that. So yeah, so we're gonna use this little scraper and just scrape anything out from under there. We're just gonna do this top little section here, so I'll just scrape everything down on both sides. And then we'll get started. So let's go. All right, so we got all of the fenders rolled and pulled. Now it's time to move on to these camber arms. Very pretty and blue. These are Godspeed brand, I believe. And this part, actually, you have to assemble yourself. So we already did that. Use a lot of grease putting this pin through here. The bushings right there are installed, but this washer and that clip and this rod here you have to install yourself. So that kind of sucks, but it's whatever. And to get this outside 14mm bolt back in here, I actually had to drill this hole out a little bit. I don't know if it was just in manufacturing, if we just got a bad set or what, but that hole was just a little too small to fit that bolt back through there. So we're just gonna install this, and then I set it pretty much to factory setting for the time being, and then we'll just go from there once we get the wheels and tires on, set on the ground, see how much we need to play with it a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and put this one on. All right, so we got the upper camber arms in. We dropped the car down, put the wheels on. We saw that that side is actually pretty good. This side, I think we need to camber in a little bit. So I'll kind of show you how to adjust these camber arms in here. So this center little nut, there'll be 3 nuts on top here. It's probably gonna be real hard to video, but this center one right here, that one is your adjustment, and these 2 lock down your adjustments. Because what this is doing is actually separating the threaded part. It's really confusing, everything's moving different ways, but basically to close this in, I'm gonna tighten this down this way just a little bit.
All right, that pretty much does it for tonight. We got the fenders trimmed and rolled. We got the camber arms installed from Godspeed. We did some adjustments on the camber to make it fit a little bit better and it doesn't rub anymore. So we're gonna call it good on that. What's up, boys? I'm Drew.
And I'm Ethan.
Today is the day. We've been waiting about 10 months to receive this package, which is an exhaust for the Civic. Now don't mind it's a little dirty right now, but all we're worried about is what's going on underneath of the car. So we're gonna go ahead and lift this thing up. We're gonna do an unboxing, and we're gonna get right into this video.
Yep, let's go.
Just gonna rip a few staples up, not too bad. This is a Takeda AFE powered brand Catback exhaust. There's really nothing too special about it. Pretty much says it all in the title, but it only fits sedans, so make sure that you're getting one that says sedan on it.
Mid-pipe.
Lovely mid-pipe here. All right, so here we've got the replacement muffler. As you may already know, as a 9th gen owner, the muffler on the back from stock factory is probably about 2 to 3 times this size. So you know you're gonna be getting a lot louder tone, you're gonna be getting a lot higher performance, which is why I got here we've got the dual exit, dual tip exhaust. I don't know if you can see there, I'll go ahead and take the plastic off. And look at the chrome tip there. Very nice. Some good welds going around. I think it's gonna be a pretty high quality product, but I'm excited to see what it's gonna sound like. So let's go ahead and get right into this. We're gonna do a time lapse of kind of the whole process of how it's going, and then we'll throw some clips in there of how it sounds afterwards. So let's go. All right, guys, that pretty much wraps it up for the Civic exhaust for today.
Yeah, this is, to our knowledge, the only video of this exhaust on YouTube right now. So when we were looking for clips whenever Drew was buying it, we couldn't find anything. But you might notice this striking, handsome young fellow over here. This is Landon.
Here in the flesh, I'm new here. I have an 06 Nissan 350Z that these boys are gonna be reviewing, but it's a Z with a bit of a twist. It's got a little bit of an LS in her, so American freedom. So gonna let these guys have her probably next weekend to kind of work their magic and see what they think.
Yeah, we're excited to look at it. I think that should do it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.